The cat is out of the bag. Welcome in these weird end times. Or shall we say beginning? I think it's just about the perspective, right? So the veil has lifted, the secrets have been spoken out loud, and more people are really realizing that all those conspiracy theorists may not have been wrong. Feels weird, doesn't it? You don't know who to trust, you don't know where to turn. Everything you have believed in is suddenly gone, and yet we wake up every morning and we go to work and we come home, we cook our dinners and we watch our shows and we go to sleep and we do it all next day. Strange. There are those who say, I already knew. There are those who say, I told you so. And there are those who are just confused as hell because everything they believed in is gone. And yet, there are also those who still choose to look a different way. Do not see, do not think. Bombs dropping, prices are going up, people protesting on the streets, protesters getting killed. What's going on? Well, let's have this conversation. Let's take a deep breath. Bring ourselves here to see what's really going on. All these different voices coming from all these different directions telling you what is the truth, and yet we are more confused than ever. And I would guess that it's by design. Those in power are telling us that without them we can't survive. They grow our food, they give us the water, they build our roads, they build the system we live in. I did not plan to talk about this kind of stuff. I did not plan to tap into these topics. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Vicky and I'm here to help you release your trauma, expand your consciousness and elevate your life. But currently, this is the hot topic. This is what we are living in. I couldn't think of any other topic for the video today because I found myself also quite confused as all these new truths and new documents are being released, new statements are being presented. You find yourself questioning everything. Even this is no news for you. If you knew for all this time that this dark shit is happening out there and those who possess the powers to rule our world are entangled in the dark sorcery, even you, I believe, are confused. So much more people are trying to present their opinion as the right one. I wanted to address that as well. And also I wanted to bring some hope because it's so amusing, honestly, that we believe because we have been told that without these big systems, this big pharma, this big food supplies, the power supplies, and all of that, we are screwed. Isn't it just amusing when you think about it? When you truly come to yourself and think for a moment, in the moment of crisis, when there is some kind of catastrophic event happening out there somewhere, what happens in those times? I'll tell you, people come together. We come together, we help each other. We all have amazing skills, we all have something to give to this world, but this world has stripped us from it. This world persuaded many of us that we have nothing to give, that there is nothing interesting about us, that the best we can do is to hide in some job that drains your soul, that has nothing to do with that passion you have inside. You get so lost in it that you actually forget about this passion inside and you suddenly think it doesn't even exist. And in the moment of crisis, we all come together and suddenly we all have something to offer. A fresh vegetables, a blanket, a warm word. I know that there is a lot of fear being tossed around at the moment. A lot of fear. Well, they say they hid it from us for so long because, well, the world would collapse. Society would collapse. Would it? Or would just that their world collapse? Because I'm telling you, if you imagine that overnight, just overnight, all the big systems would disappear. There is no more big corporations running our world. What would happen? Well, people would go on with their lives. They would start trading things between them. They would start making things. They would not have to worry about some job they hate, so they could actually put their time, their effort, their energy into making something what helps their neighbors. What's gonna happen? They don't want us to know this. They don't want us to think about it, because if we are not worried about the big world collapsing, we can actually start thinking about how to create the new. We all have something to offer. We really do. And the sooner we realize it, the sooner we can make a change. Another big thing out there is that we are living the doomsdays, that we are living through the days that have been written about in the Bible. The big judgment is coming. And don't get me wrong, I don't say it's not. But those voices who are speaking so loudly about this big judgment day, and how, I don't know other ways how to say, but the wrath of God is coming upon us. They are very persuaded that as long as you do not follow their God, or not even their God, but their belief of God, then you're doomed. However good person you are, whatever kind heart you have, doesn't matter how much of a service you are and the purity of your intention. As long as you don't follow the rules of this order, you're doomed. And the God is coming for you. Well, he's not, but he's not going to help you, because he's just going to help those who know his name. And oh Lord, this is just another form of spreading the fear out there. The fear. And I almost got caught in it, I must admit. It just brought this anxiety to me. But you know, it took a few days, and I thought of it. And just to make it very clear, God is love, God is all there is. You can call it by whatever name you wish to. By the energy, by the source, by the universe, even though I think the God created the universe, not other way around. But whatever works for you, whatever connects you to that eternal energy that created everything, that it's creating everything. It's all around us. So I do believe in God, but I don't believe in the structures. And one thing that I really feel it's so important to realize is there are these voices that they say, if you don't know God by its name, he can't listen to you. If you don't know the real name of God, or Jesus, Yeshua, Yahweh, whatever the name is. So if you don't call upon them by their name, they can't hear you. They can't help you. You see, this is very human construct. And it's still, I wouldn't even say human. I'm sorry if I will be too much out there, but I would call it a man construct. Because I don't know of any mother who would not answer her child calling for help just because the child is calling some different name. Think about it. Think about it. And it doesn't even need to be your child. If you hear a child screaming and crying for help, you are gonna go answer that, aren't you? So why do we think that God, the infinite force that created everything, would act otherwise and would only answer you when you call the right name? What is the name for God? What is the name for the eternal energy, eternal force? Everything is made of God. Just think about it. And I know that there are people who are really spreading this word, and it's been happening for decades, for eons. It's spreading the fear. And they may be really doing it with the highest intention. They know this as true, and they want to help others to know this is true. But where it generated, I believe it's in those dark places. By not even realizing, they are just being warriors of the dark, spreading the fear, the shame, the blame. And I think we can all agree that the answer is not in fear. Because when we are scared, when we feel the fear, we're paralyzed. Don't do anything. Scared, and you are scared to make any move. Because any move can cause you the pain you are so scared of. It is only when you drop the fear and you realize that the power lies within, that we are all connected. The whole humanity is one big family of the sort. That there is not that much difference between us. When you look within, we all need the same things to survive. We all want to be loved, appreciated, supported. We all desire peace and harmony, equality and evolution. We all want to grow and to bring the best into this world. And those who don't fall into this category may not just be humans. I may delete this part. The world is shifting in a big way, but the world is always shifting. But right now we are really on the verge of something amazing, if we choose to. And I think we are really choosing to. I know there is a lot of noise and a lot of fear. And since we now know that those who possess the power are praying to their own form of God, if these powerful people are doing it, there's probably a lot of truth in it, right? There is a lot of powerlessness being spread around as well. You may ask yourself, yeah, I know, but what can I do? What can I do? Me, my little person. And because you can't figure out what you can do, you just keep doing what you know to do, what you always did, what brought us here into this mess. Not you specifically, just this will of I'm too powerless on my own. I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna keep following what they say until you don't. And I'm trying to figure out if I should go as far as say this. By this time we should all know that the energy is real, that everything is energy. The science proves it. The documents released from the agencies prove it. They've been studying the psychic powers, the telekinesis, remote viewing, astral travel. It's real. And so I'm almost certain that there is some sort of sorcery put on the world right now to push us down, even downer. A lot of pressure to comply, ignore. We are more tired than ever before. Because when you're tired, it's hard to take action, isn't it? Side note, I have such a massive headache today as I'm trying to put this through. But one thing is that no one can take your power as long as you don't give it away. And it's time to take it back. I will tell you one thing you can do today without lifting a finger, without leaving the cozy comfort of your seat. You can pray. Pray. If that sounds laughable to you, please go ahead and research the power of prayer, because there have been a lot of studies put on this. It's time to pray more than ever. Pray to that eternal power that created this all. Pray for good in the people. My cat arrived. Pray for people to find their power. Pray for peace. Pray for unity. These systems spend so much energy on dividing the whole humanity. I'm sure we all fell for it, in one form or another. But just really start to practice kindness. Kindness to the strangers on the street, to people in the shops, to animals. Be grateful for what you've got. because you never know when it can be taken away. Get yourself healthy as best as you can. Get yourself strong as best as you can. It's time to drop junk food. It's time to read your labels. No, you don't have much energy, time, or money. But there are ways. There are ways. There is so much information, so much knowledge out there you can tap into for resources. And you don't have to change the whole world of yours. You just have to start taking small actions. When you give your body the right nutrition, or even a slightly better nutrition than you were giving it before, it will reward you. Give yourself some exercise, some form of exercise, even if it's a walk. Start moving and get out of your comfort zone. Make yourself strong and powerful. Because if you make your vessel strong and powerful, so will become your mind and your heart. You see, we really need to empower ourselves. There's no better time than now. When you start physically moving, filling yourself up with better sources of nutrients, you'll have better clarity on taking those positive actions that can change the trajectory of your life. And now is the time. No more piss farting around, babe. You have to get yourself off that couch and do something good for you. Because right now, you need all this energy. All energy what you can get, because there is a lot at stake right now, and that's not to scare you. Let's just be real here. At any time you will do better if you're well nourished, if you're strong physically, if your mind is clear, and if your heart is open. And so I would really focus on those 4, and you can take as little steps as you want. Tiniest little thing. Drink an extra cup of water a day. Eat a piece of fruit. Go for a little walk. Or take stairs instead of the lift. And I'm saying this for those who are just starting. But for all of those who have been doing the work and who have been following, babe, it's time to give it all. Get yourself strong. Because we will need you. We will need you. Clear that fear of your heart. Open your heart for new possibilities. Because we are all in it together. And I'm sure we can do this. Also, is talk to people. Talk to people around you. But also, if you are way too confused, way too scared, way too sad, way too dissociated with everything what we are discovering, talk to people. You know, I'm sure you have someone in your surrounding or on the internet that may have seemed a little out there for you with theories or beliefs. And if those beliefs they held now came true, talk to these people. Ask for support, understanding. Don't believe everything what someone says. And for those for whom it is not new information, those who knew for a while what's happening behind the scenes, have compassion. Have compassion for these people who are right now breaking down because their worldview was shattered to pieces. Remember how you felt when you found out these things. Remember how heartbroken you were, confused, scared, sad, so sad. I was so sad. I was depressed for like 2 months. I can't help myself but to think about people who always trusted authorities and governments and all of that. Till this point, we had full trust into these authorities. For whatever reason, when these people suddenly got hit by the value of the information that have been released to public right now. Are you serious? Yeah, I don't know about you, but I never trusted in what have been taught to us. I was always looking to conspiracies or into these little rabbit holes. So I was discovering the information step by step over many, many years. About 6 years ago is when I found out about this part of the story. And I was heartbroken, even though I already knew so much. When this information dropped at me, I was shattered. Well, imagine now, some of these people are getting all this information in one sitting. That's a lot. It's a lot to process. And so allow them to grieve. Allow them to be sad for a little. But the thing is that now we have each other. And I don't know how strange or weird or whatever this video will be. Did not expect myself to be talking this direction. But yet here I am talking to you about this. So have some compassion and empowerment. And if you are one of those who knew this for a time and who already did the work, then be there for these people. Be there because the time are coming when you will be needed. Find the power within. Make yourself stronger than ever before. Breathe, ground, meditate, exercise, eat well. Gather resources and gather people around you. Make a change in whatever way it is feeling right for you. Before I sat here and started talking about this, I wanted to talk about this fake spirituality that has been spreading around the world. Because there is always a balance. You are a human. You are in a human flesh. You are in a human body. You are not the little flying energetical orb. It means you have to bring all of it together. You have to take care of the body, but you also have to let human to feel his human emotions. And they are not wrong. You have to experience the both. Sometimes you are on a highly spiritual frequency, releasing fears, expanding your consciousness, and sometimes you are dealing with the human. And you are doing those things that you shouldn't be doing. Having a glass of wine, watching a stupid movie, or whatever it is. Something what is not deemed spiritual by those who speak about spirituality. It's about the balance of those two worlds, because we are both. We are spiritual beings having physical human experience. You cannot kick one out of the equation. And maybe I'll make a video on this next week or in weeks coming. So make that human body strong and make the soul strong. Don't forget you are a human living in a crazy world, and it's okay to sleep sometimes, as long as you can get back on track. You're amazing. We were told otherwise for way too long, but humanity is amazing. I'm certain, and I'll die with that in my mind and heart. We are heading for the better times. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate you. If you want to spread this message, you can share and like. I'm not sure what exactly is coming on this channel, but the times are shifting and I created it for a reason. If you want to know where have I been before? Why am I such a small channel here? Why am I talking to you? Here is the video I posted last week about me coming back onto the channel after a long break. And then you can find a few more videos of mine on my channel. Thank you. And remember, your life is in your hands.